It's a derivative, and because we're in the chain rule unit, you know that the chain rule is going to leap out and clamp onto our face at some point. Let's see what happens. That square root is bothersome. I'm going to rewrite that as a power, as you've seen me do before, perhaps. So down here we have 7x minus 3 all to the half power. Okay, so this is a quotient, a fraction overall, and so when we start out, we treat it like a quotient and we use the quotient rule, which tells us that its derivative must be the bottom, 7x minus 3 to the half, times the derivative of the top, 20x cubed, this is easy so far, minus the top, times the derivative of the bottom. Here's where the chain rule kicks in, because the denominator is a half power, and inside that we have the 7x minus 3, and so we're going to have two derivatives here, one after the other. First, the derivative of this is 1/2, blah, 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 thing I'll fill in a minute, to the minus 1/2 power. Now, the thing I'm filling in a minute was 7x minus 3. And the math says, oh, while you're filling that thing in, also do its derivative. Well, its derivative is the number 7. And that's actually it. That's the end of the chain rule. And it's also the end of most of the quotient rule. We did bottom d top minus top d bottom. All that remains is bottom squared, which is not that bad. If we square this, something nice happens. It just strips the square root off, and we're left with 7x minus 3. So that part's nicer than usual. And now we try to clean up. Except I don't see a great deal to clean up here. We have 20x cubed. I'll put that out front because I was taught monomials go before binomials. And then 7x minus 3 to the 1/2 minus, what have we got? 5 times a half times 7 makes 35 over 2. We have x to the 4th. And then we have 7x minus 3 to the minus 1/2 all over 7x minus 3. Could you stop there? Yes. Would I recommend going further? Yeah, a little bit, because each of these terms contains 7x minus 3 to some power, and they're both divided by 7x minus 3 to the first power. That's kind of a great opportunity. I feel like we should do that. So, one more line. 20x cubed. Now, we have 7x minus 3 to the, you subtract powers here. 1/2 minus 1 gives minus 1/2. Minus 1/2. And then for the next term, we have minus 35 over 2 x to the 4th. Subtract powers again. Minus 1/2 minus 1 is minus 3 over 2. There it is. And I like that better because before this was a big rational expression. Now it is not anymore.